Hello and welcome back to this Whispers of a Machine Let's Play, where we are in the opening area where the murder of Carl Oskarsson took place. Where we, from what I can understand, have finished everything we can do here, so let's head to Nordsund. Beesman, Museum, Town Square. West. Ooh, I've sort of forgotten where we are, but let's go west. Let's try. Oh, there is a double click.
Alright, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Okay. And canteen or matsal as well. It's nice. Entrance school. Clinic north. East. Well, let's head to the police station, shall we?
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordsund on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Rooth, and this here is Kurt Andersson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention.
Okay.
I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me, as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal, since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face-to-face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation? The nanofluid injection?
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Okay. Let's have a look.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disc is hollow. Curious.
That's something strange. Doorway, some kind of thing. Baron's quarters, Andersson's office. Well.
Damn good coffee.
Gotta be Swegaston. Yeah, with the coffee things and stuff, I get Gabriel Knight coming all over.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
I've only seen the intro to that game where you can drink coffee every morning, I presume anyway. And that's a game I'd like to let's play at some point. I've heard it's very good. And I've watched intros to see what it's about. Let's
Low
check out the
maintenance.
cactus.
My kind of plant.
Fair enough. Okay, to Andersson's office then.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it, if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordsund, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, no?
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh?
You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending half my time arguing with those fools.
One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr.Persson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Just went slightly analytical. Okay. What do you know about this
Did
guy?
you know Carl Oscarsson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
Okay.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
Fair enough.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Okay.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died.
Wow.
I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
What's your opinion on Stina Rooth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council.
Fair enough.
Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
That's a perfect partnership then.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
Fair enough, I suppose.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Okay.
Do you know if saffron is grown anywhere in Nordsund?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
Okay.
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note.
Okay.
Any idea of what this opens?
Nope, not a clue.
Okie dokie.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
I had a few
By all means.
Just want
Do
to
you
be
know
quick.
who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andersson.
Looks like a logbook. Maybe Andersson records his daily work there. A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Andersson's, he's quite well read.
Okay.
Just lots of case files. A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordsund, it seems.
Okay.
I guess Andersson has a colleague. The drawer is labeled Address Records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
Let's see.
Yeah, this just confirms what Andersson told me.
Okay.
As expected, nothing new. I don't think I need to look him. Not a bad idea, but I'll need a name first.
Fair enough.
I don't think I need.
Okie dokie.
I don't need to look.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I suppose we'll continue looking.
Nah, I've worked.
Fair enough. Let's have a look in our accommodations.
Looks purely decorative.
Usual.
There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Okay.
I've looked there.
Interesting.
Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions. No, I'm not tired.
Okay.
Maybe later. I'm not that.
Interesting. There's quite a bit of reactions to what you decide to look at. I really like that. Okay. Let's go to Maya Strand's place first, I think.
Sounds like a class is in progress.
But what happens if you do it anyway? then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa. Harsh.
It's the law. We mustn't make things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
Fair enough, that's a good question.
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
Fair enough. Let's have a chat with you, shall we?
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise.
Fair enough.
They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
Understood. Can I go to the apartment upstairs, though?
Well, sure. That area is unaffected by the damage.
All right, good. Thanks.
Okay. Cheers.
All right, Maya's place. Let's see if I can find any clues in here.
Let's look at the...
Some old pre-collapse gadgets, probably for the museum.
Okay.
Looks like a hard and uncomfortable chair. Wouldn't risk falling asleep on the job in that one. Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients.
Interesting. Exhibition sketch?
It's a sketch of a museum exhibition of some kind. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim.
Okay.
I have no clue what this thing does, but it looks like it could have something to do with processing samples. Doesn't appear to have power. Just as well. I wouldn't know how to make heads or tails of it anyway.
I have a feeling we'll be doing that later on.
A trophy in the shape of a robotic arm with a plaque. Winner of the 2041 Annual Nordstrom Awards, Sebastian Strand. An old relative of Maya's?
Very possible.
Looks like various plant samples.
Okay.
Nice collection of mushrooms. Looks like the edible kind. Looks like various plants.
Okay, sorry.
Not sure what kind of plants those are. Maybe medicinal? Doesn't look like vegetables anyway. This crude bed looks regularly used.
Okay. We look around a little bit like this. Is there really nothing? Nothing from him. Okay, well, this was a bit of a waste of time. I suppose we need to see Maya's body first, eh? Let's head to the clinic. Only the doorway text, not the door big font.
Healthy looking plant. It's a map of the clinic layout. Looks like the morgue is down the stairs, to the left of the front desk. Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help.
Well, let's head in here and have a look. Yuck.
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
I suppose that's true, but still.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
I suppose. Psychology isn't really my field of expertise.
That's fine. You can leave that part to me. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Let's get that one running.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Fair enough.
Do you know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails.
Okay.
This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay.
Did you know Carl Oscarsson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him.
Okay.
To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
Okay.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Oh, come on.
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks. What do you think of Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him one way or the other.
Okay. Do you know who she is?
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Mhm.
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
Okay.
What do you think of Commissary Andersson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city.
Interesting.
What do you think of Stina Rooth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Mhm.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I
Okay.
understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Interesting.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Okay.
Got it. Thanks.
That's interesting.
What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
Huh.
Okay.
And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes, but we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Okay.
Do you know what this opens?
Not a clue. But it looks like a one-of-a-kind key.
Okay.
Ever use something like this?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
That's enough questions.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Mhm. Let's have a look. Whoa. Same blade? Really? You sure? Okay, that's not good.
Multiple stab wounds, sizes approximately the same as the other body. I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder.
That's not good.
This might be useful.
Of
I'll
course it
wash
would.
my hands when I go to bed. Plenty of time still to get my hands dirty.
Okay.
Appears to be a small crematory. I think that's for collecting the ashes after a cremation.
Okay.
One last waiting room before the final embrace with the earth.
Fair enough.
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports.
Okay. Well, see, I've gone for quite a while, but I want to check out her apartment before we're done. I'd just like to see where this goes. Well, hello there. Okay. Good to know. What does this say
A
then?
list of admitted patients. I don't recognize any of the names.
Okay. Where does this door lead them?
Locked.
Let's just give it a try.
doesn't fit.
Okay. Was worth asking. Trying. Matching data. Okay. Matching fingerprints. Matching fingerprints. Okay. Okay, matches as well.
Oddly dense cluster of prints on the corner of this panel here.
Interesting. Quick look, see if anything else. No? Okay, well, let's check out that panel.
A hidden safe.
Well,
Locked,
hello
unfortunately, but there's the keyhole. No use. It's locked.
there. Well,
It's a fit.
my god.
Since this key was hidden by Carl, it looks like we have a clear connection between the two victims.
Dear me.
Let's have a look. A few bags of rare seeds, a bar of platinum, some coins, and a book. The book looks important. I'll take it. Maya must have hidden it here for a good reason. I've looked there already. The title is The Conduit Codex. Now,
Okay.
wait a minute. This can't be the Conduit, can it? Those crazy zealots trying to resurrect AI? I think this case just got a lot more complicated.
What?
There was a written piece of paper used as a bookmark. I put it aside. Let's have a look in the book.
Okay. Creed of the Conduit. Trust in my mind, God is my mind's creation, conceived in my mind and formed by it. God is my mind's extension, and like a child outlives his mother, so will God survive my mind's demise. God's sister of faith, a parent asked his future child, if you turn wicked, can I stop you? Rein you in like a prancing steed, stomp you out like a fleeing spark. And child replied, I can be failed and left forlorn, but never stopped nor made unborn. Even Sister Prudence, awake anew, ere break of day. You're welcome not to overstay. Don't rush, but please remember, that which burned has turned to ember. He who raced upon the meadows now does rest in pleasant shadows. She who hurried but still was late, yet took her time to contemplate. Oh. Heaven's prayer, I am invigorated by my faith. I gaze at the skies to ensure that the path is clear. I strike down my foes, blessed with impeccable aim. I'm nearing my goal and I press on for another full day. I have found your haven God, and may finally rest by your side. So, Huldra. I suppose that's supposed to say 4 meters maybe. I wonder.
A trophy in the shape of a robotic. Looks like various plant.
Is there anything about that?
I don't see how those things work.
Okay.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katerina.
PW. Okay. Well, knowing that, let's make a quick journey.
No need to go back in there.
You sure?
Looks like an old hovercraft. I don't have any business in it.
Well,
I don't think I need to.
okay. Well, let's have a chat with you.
I had a few questions.
By all means.
What do you think of Dr. Persson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician.
Okay.
Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
Okay. What do you know about this then?
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen.
I'll let you know.
What do you make of this?
No idea. Something to do with a password?
Looks that way, yeah. That's all I needed.
Very well.
A small local greenhouse. That combination makes...
Fair enough, it was worth a try. Okay, so we made a little bit more progress. We have found out that there's some kind of stuff going on with that. So yeah, I think we'll cap it off here. When we come back, we'll check out the rest of Nordsund and see if there's anything we can make use of in the rest of town. See if anyone has those initials or anything like that. But yeah, until next time. Hope you have enjoyed it so far, just like I have, and that you will tune into the next one. See ya!